And therefore, last night's drama at Matiangi's house was one to excite people's emotions, invoke public sympathy, but it also a script that we would describe as a perfect case of the guilty being always afraid. And we want to state that as guilty as they may feel, they may have imagined when they abused state power against many of us in the last regime that we were acting scripts. But you remember when 300 police officers were sent to arrest the Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. You were all present, many of you media people. You witnessed everything that happened, right from Citizen TV studios the night before to the following day when Ndindi Nyoro was being arrested in Murang'a by over 300 police officers. And you could see the police officers. You remember when the Honorable Oscar Sudi's house was raided by close to 550 officers in the wee hours of the night. There were photographs, there were videos of the officers even breaking into his gate. You will remember when Senator Lagat, former Senator Bomet, was being arrested. You could see the policemen. We want to challenge the scripters of last night's drama to show Kenyans a single photograph or a video recording of the officers they purport to have been in Matiangi's house. Not a single photograph has been availed, not even a CCTV surveillance of that residence, not even a video recording from Matiangi's or his house girls or his watchman's or his gardener's phone. None. And surprisingly, even the media house that purported to have been on scene, their cameras, in a very mysterious way, could not capture a single policeman. The best they could capture is Raila Odinga and some funny media-craving lawyer purporting that he has an army of 200 other lawyers who again could not be seen. Therefore, this script and all this drama was a figment of a few people's imagination within ODM, an act out of desperation, an act aimed at inciting Kenyans and invoking public sympathy. And I want to tell the Honorable Raila Odinga and his team, whether you will resort to some of you asking their mothers to speak on their behalf, to scripting drama, nothing will distract this administration and the government from doing what they are doing. To CS, former CS Matiangi, we know you are afraid. We know the guilty are always afraid. But we want to tell you this government will not act as carelessly and as irresponsibly and abusing power as you did when you were in office. Whatever you are afraid of, and you know the things you did when you were in office, just patiently wait for the law to catch up with you. And if anybody wants to arrest you, it will not be done in the wee hours of the night. You will not have to stage any drama. It will simply be the law catching up with you. You are aware the very many cases of extrajudicial killings that happened in this country. You all know there are those who today run guilty of either committing or commissioning extrajudicial killings in this country. There are those who are afraid of the things they did in office, abusing power, blatantly looting public resources. There are those today who are afraid that they used their time in power to exempt their companies, their families, their friends from taxation, while other Kenyans were paying taxation. And today they may run scared, but we want to assure them, even as members of parliament, that we will stand to defend their rights. That nobody will harass them, but when the law catches up with you, you will have your day alone and with those who you abuse power with. Therefore, nobody should run squared. Nobody should try to evoke public sympathy. And we want to just advise them to be patient and to hold their horses. And also to advise them, if they're intent on acting out scripts and drama, the National Theatre right next to Nairobi University is still open. They could probably hire the place or get a few people there who can help them to direct the scripts and drama they want to act out. But theirs of last night was unfortunate and poorly scripted and poorly directed by whoever was directing it. Lastly, it's unfortunate that a person the caliber and standing of a former prime minister and former de facto assistant president to Uhuru Kenyatta could, in the wee hours of the night, wake up to go and act on the roadside. We want to ask Raila Odinga, because he had his phone, and the scripter of this drama had his phone there, to share with Kenyans one photograph, one video, or anything they have of any officers that were around Matiangi's house. And if the intent was to scare the Inspector General of Police, the Inspector General of Police has stated severally, he runs an independent office and he will do his work without prompting from anybody. Neither will he be intimidated by the actors of these scripts. Therefore, if you are acting to dissuade or to discourage or to intimidate the Inspector General of Police or any other security agencies or investigative agencies, we want, as members of parliament, to encourage all our investigative agencies and security agencies deal with all Kenyans in accordance with the law and without fear or favor. And don't allow yourself to be intimidated by those who think that they can intimidate you with scripted drama. Asanteni.
Thank you.